Can Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce lead the Kansas City Chiefs to back-to-back road playoff wins as they take on the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore this Sunday? I do not think it's going to happen. I'm going to let you guys know why. Before we get into the game, guys, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you can continue to get all this NFL content as we get closer and closer to the Super Bowl. It's going to be a lot of fun talking about these games. I'm happy to be here. I can't wait. Let's get into it. The main reason I don't like Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs this weekend versus Baltimore is Baltimore Ravens defense couldn't be more different than the Buffalo Bills defense they've played this past weekend. The Buffalo Bills, everyone knows that they've been extremely banged up since like the third or fourth week of the season on the defensive side of the ball. 8 starters from the beginning of the year did not play in this game versus the Kansa City Chiefs. They didn't tackle well. They blew a bunch of assignments. They were not very good. How is Travis Kelce so wide open on so many plays? That just goes to show you what Sean McDermott and this Buffalo Bills defense was working with when they played Kansas City. The Baltimore Ravens defense on the other side is extremely tough, man. They are so good. Their safeties and their linebackers tackle so well. Their quarterbacks are like a average to slightly above average. They're not great, but man, their safeties and linebackers, they just tackle so well. I didn't see one missed tackle when they played Houston on Saturday. They were so good, extremely efficient. The Houston Texans and that offense didn't do anything all day. They were shut out in the second half. They were in CJ Stroud's face all day long, and they were really, really good against the run. There has been times where teams were able to run the ball effectively versus the Baltimore Ravens. They're ranked around 15th in the NFL in yards per carry on their defense side allowed. But they were really good. They shut down Devin Singletary. They were in CJ Stroud's face all day long. He was uncomfortable the entire game. I don't think Isaiah Pacheco is going to have a great game. He's definitely not going to average 6.5 yards per carry versus the Ravens. And if you look, Patrick Mahomes had an okay game, 17 of 23, 215 yards. They ran the ball as a team 24 times, but nobody had over 5 receptions, and nobody not named Jason Kelce had over around 60 yards in the game. I mean, Valdez-Scantling, Rashee Rice, Noah Gray, Hardman Jr., they barely were even involved in this game at all. I think Buffalo lost this game more than Kansas City won this game. They blew a lot of coverages in the secondary. It doesn't make any sense. If you're in the red zone and there's not a hat on Travis Kelce, then like what the hell were we even playing defense for? It made no sense to me. And then the kicker misses the field goal to tie the game, to send it potentially into overtime. The kick was missed. The Bills really blew this game. I don't think Kansas City, it's hard to doubt Patrick Mahomes, but going on the road again, and this defense for the Baltimore Ravens is 10 times the defense that the Buffalo Bills put out on the field on Sunday. Just like look at some of these names that were playing defense for the Buffalo Bills. Dodson, Poyer, Johnson, Klein, Hyde, Hamlin, Von Miller, Rasul Douglas. All these guys are old and washed up. They did not play well at all in this game. They gave up 27 points, but the quarterbacks on both sides were pretty efficient. They weren't great by any stretch of the imagination. Josh Allen only throwing for 186 yards was definitely a disappointment. I think they relied on the run a little bit too much. 39 carries, man. 18 by Cook, 12 by Josh Allen. It's a lot of runs, man. A lot of runs. Only 186 yards from Josh Allen. And Josh Allen, what a beast he is, man. He just shows up each and every year, puts it on the line. He's tough as fuck. He's really, really good. I'm sad for Josh Allen. But Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce really showed up, man. I just don't know what the Buffalo Bills defense was doing. Travis Kelce only had 6 targets, 5 receptions, almost half of them for touchdowns. What the hell was Buffalo doing? Now, let's go to the Houston Texans, Baltimore Ravens box score and break that down a little bit. Lamar Jackson didn't have his best game either, only 152 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. He had 11 carries for 100 yards. He's so elusive in the pocket. It's crazy. Once the plays break down, he's off to the races. He was sacked 3 times, which is definitely a concern. CJ Stroud wasn't sacked at all, but man, they were in his face all day long. They ran the ball terribly, 14 carries for 38 yards, 2.7 yards per carry. That's not going to get it done, guys. They were not very good. They shut down everyone. I mean, Dalton Schultz and Nico Collins both had 5 receptions each, and pretty much no one else had anything besides Devin Singletary, who was dumped the ball in the flat a few times. But they looked so good. They looked so good. They definitely going to have to be a little more efficient passing the ball, but Lamar Jackson is just so good at breaking the pocket when the play breaks down and making things happen. 24 unanswered points in the second half from Baltimore. Wow. Houston completely shut out in the third and fourth quarters. 10-10 going in to halftime, and the Baltimore Ravens just took over, and that's what good teams do. They make adjustments, and they come out on top. And I think that's what they're going to do this weekend. I like the Baltimore Ravens to win this game 27-17. I think it's going to be tough sledding for Patrick Mahomes. Those wide receivers are just not very good. And you damn well know Jim Harbaugh and the Baltimore Ravens are going to be spying Travis Kelce. They're not going to let Travis Kelce have 5 receptions for 75 yards and 2 tutties. There's no way that's happening. The linebackers for the Ravens are 10 times as good as the ones on Buffalo. Buffalo has dealt with a lot of injuries, man. A lot of starters were hurt in this game, both on offense and on defense. That defense has been riddled with injuries all year. I look for Buffalo to bounce back big next year and win the AFC East, but I'm taking Baltimore to win this game. I don't think Patrick Mahomes can win back-to-back games on the road, especially against this Ravens defense. I think even scoring 17 points would be an accomplishment against this defense. The only way they win this game is if Lamar Jackson throws some interceptions or some special teams things happen and put them in good field position. But I like the Ravens here, guys. Let me know in the comments below, who do you like in this game? Do you think Patrick Mahomes and that magic goes one more win and then goes to the Super Bowl? Or is it the Ravens' year? Is Lamar Jackson finally poised to go to a Super Bowl and potentially win his first ring? We'll see what happens. Like, subscribe. Thanks, guys. Peace.